who claim they love me are loving the liars, the charmers, the schemers who lead them astray. And I say they are loving lies more than the truth, for they are unwilling to stand for the truth. I say if any man or woman will be identified with me, I say they must be standing in truth. That is, ever bearing the reproach, the shame that is attached to standing in the truth, because they are following me. I say that I, the living God, never promised my people a good life. I never promised my people they would live in a castle, nor would they drink the finest of wine. But I say that I promised my true ones that they would forsake all to take up the cross to follow after me. I say that the standard is not changed, and those who are lying messengers, smiling and grinning charmers who lead my people astray are workers of iniquity. But I say that my people are led in such a way because they are lovers of self more than lovers of me. I say this day that I, the living God, am moving onward, and I say that the ones who truly follow me will be found acceptable of me. But I say that the ones who are following the wickedness of their own hearts will be under the spell of filthy charmers. And I say they will be taken again and again and again into schemes, into games of debauchery and defilement, because they love it so. That is, they would rather be contaminated by liars than to stand for the truth. I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to be corrupted by evil men who have their own estates in mind. That is, for men who are laboring to promote themselves are nothing but deceivers before me. For I say that the man who truly loves me will not seek to promote himself nor his own way. But I say that he will prove to be faithful unto me in the midst of a wicked, a vile generation that is indeed extremely liable to receive my wrath. For I say it is me, the living God, who is bringing the retribution upon the proud, and I say that their houses shall be left to them desolate. That is, while they spread themselves out in proud array, while they make great claims, while they put forth their lying schemes and their charming mechanisms to take men far from me, I say they will be desolate of my presence. And I say they will scurry to and fro, they will seek to procure the favor of the world, but I say that it is all to their own destruction. For I say they will end in the hell they don't believe in. I say they will be overwhelmed by the truth when it crushes them. For I say it is me, the living God, who is just, and I say that the liars, the schemers, the dreamers will receive the reward of hell. But I say that the ones who stay true unto me will come forth recipients of my mercy, my truth, and my life. I say you are living in a generation when I, the living God, am thoroughly disgusted. Therefore I ventilate in my wrath, my fury, my indignation. I say, give thanks, give praise.
Jesus said you're a fool if you don't do the word. If you're a hero, you're a fool. Wake up, people, go home. Read your Bible.
I speak unto thee this day, and I say, beware, beware, beware the trickery of the evil one, the seducing spirits, the beguiling spirits that are ruling in the land. For I say, because men have given themselves to rebellion, to stubbornness and pride against me, I say, because they love to be ruled by deceit, I say the seducing spirits are everywhere. And I say that multitudes are led astray, led away, because they give in to seducing spirits. That is, they would rather believe in lies than to believe in the truth that I provide. Now stop and consider that I, the living God, do give forth the words of life, the words of truth, that men would adhere unto the same. That is, that they would not succumb to be sucked into the sludge that is throughout the land. That they would not be giving themselves to compromise, to complacency, to be comfortable, or so they think. For I say it is me, the living God, who does give the truth and the light, that men could walk uprightly in me. But I say, because you are living in a whorish, a perverse, a vile, and a corrupted generation, that men are lovers of lies. That is, they would rather believe the cunning craftiness of sly messengers who are sent to deceive and beguile human souls. That is, they would rather believe in those who are charming than to believe in the true ones that I, the living God, do send unto them.
Vision isn't getting on the cross with Jesus. You're not worthy to be his disciple if you're not willing to die with him on your cross.
Therefore I say, they pay no heed to my warnings, they pay no heed to my truth, nor to my messengers that I send forth declaring the same. But I say it is by principle that I, the living God, do give forth the warning. I give forth the truth, and I give forth the light. For I say, when men will stand before me, and they are indeed sentenced to hell forever, I say they will have no excuse for the sentence they receive. That is, they will not be able to talk their way out of what it is that is their just reward. For I say, all the times they rejected the truth, all the times they hated my messengers, and all the times they were loving lies will be the indictment against them. And I say, it is me, the living God, who does go to such measures that not one man can stand and accuse me. I say this day that I, the living God, have called my people to walk in the truth, to love the truth, to be desirous of the same. That is, I have called my people to be coming forth ever thankful unto me. And I say, if it is me, the living God, that you keep your vision single unto, I say you will be able to perceive the plots of the wicked. But I say, if you are ever looking at the world and seeking to be conformed unto the same, I say that you will be swept away. For I say that the tricksters, the hucksters, the connivers, the gangsters, the conmen are ever present in these times. And I say the criminal element is ever increasing because men are criminals before me. I say they cannot even control their own citizenry, yet they think they can control the world. That is, they see themselves as the world's police force, yet they will not police themselves. I say how drunk and intoxicated on pride has the nation become, and I say that the church is just alike. That is, because the church has gone to bed with the world and produced bastard seed, I say that all have gone astray. That is, they will not receive correction or direction or instruction and guidance in my way. But I say that each one is headstrong and determined that what they think is the right way. That is, they are so opinionated in their own indulgence of self and the lust contained therein that they will literally deny my word. That is, they will deny my standard, they will deny my truth, and say they will do it their way. But I say in the process they seal themselves in the way of damnation that they are headed in. For I say, when men will refuse to repent and turn from their wicked ways, I say they will be judged in the same. I say this day that I, the living God, will continue to give forth the truth through the messengers who remain faithful unto me. I say, do not weary in well-doing, but continue steadfast, for it is me, the living God, who will strengthen thee. And I say, do not be afraid of the mocking, the scoffing of cruel and oppressive men, for I say it has always been. But I say, it is me, the living God, who will give thee the shield of faith to turn back their arrows against thee. I say, it is me, the living God, who will give thee the truth and the light, and I say that the truth shall prevail. For I say, it is me, the living God, who does give thee the truth to continue to strengthen thee. And I say that it is me, the living God, who reveals my counsel unto the ones who are faithful unto me. Of course, the ones who are following after deception, who are living with charmers and loving it so, I say they do not know the truth. But I say that they will not be counted worthy to be known of me. I say this day that I, the living God, do give unto thee the way wherein you may be walking, the way wherein you may be kept. And I say, if you will continue to believe me, if you will continue to come forth in my way, if you will continue to partake of me, I say you are kept always. For I say, it is me, the living God, who will give unto thee the truth, the life, the strength, and the mercy always. It is me, the living God, who will continue to keep guiding, directing, and correcting the ones who are mine. I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to fall out along the way, because things do not move according to your interpretation. But I say that I call thee to hold steadfastly unto me, knowing that it is me, the living God, who delights to give thee mercy. For I say, if you look at the reality that you are living in a time When I, the living God, am sorely displeased with the sons of men, I say, be thankful that you can be pleasing me. That is, that you can be coming forth, uplifted, directed, corrected, and guided in my way. For I say you are living in a time when millions, literally millions, have been led into a ditch, and I say they wallow in the mire. That is, they cannot walk forward in the truth, they cannot stand for the same because they are sunk in the mire. That is, they have followed the blind guides, and now they themselves are blind because they have gone in such a way. And I say, year after year, they only mire deeper in that which will prove to be the sucking funnel of their death.
Repent, Christian, or beg it, and live for the devil. You are anyway. It's called hypocrisy. Man, get a dress on, lady! Your booty's shaking off the planet! Shame on you! Modesty is the New Testament, Christian! Not someone wearing skin-tight pants to show your butt! Repent! You're causing man to stumble into lust, which is adultery of the heart! Repent, Christian!
That is, they will lose their souls, they will end in hell forever, and I say it is their just reward. I say this day that I, the living God, am giving unto the reprobate all the deceit that they could ever swallow. That is, they will be so drunk and deceived, so proud and rebellious, they will see themselves as gods. And each one will say, Lo, I am Christ, yes, I am, come unto me. For I say they are deceivers who have been so deceived they believe in their own divinity.
I tell you that you have to fear the Lord. You have to fear Him. Are you getting me? Do you know what the fear of the Lord is? Do you know what it means when it trembles? Do you know? If you don't know what the fear is, if you don't tremble, if you have no fear, if you can just go ahead and sin, you're lost.
I say this day that